Most people think self-mastery is waking up at 5 a.m., taking cold showers, and reading 52 books a year. And that is not self-mastery, that is a performance. Self-mastery is what happens when nobody is watching and you still do the thing. Self-mastery is the moment you catch yourself about to react to something that would have destroyed you 2 years ago, and you choose silence instead. Self-mastery is not a morning routine, it is a rewiring of who you are at the basement level. And most of the people, 99% of people will never touch it. Not because they are lazy, because nobody ever told them what it actually is. So with that, let me show you. Here is what the internet sells you as a self-mastery. There are barely journal, meditate, hustle, grind, repeat. And look, none of those things are bad, but they are surface level. They are the outcome of a self-mastery of self-mastery itself. A person with real self-mastery does not need a morning routine, because they are the routine. Every hour, every decision, every temptation, you know that what different is it. Discipline is forcing yourself to go to the gym. Self-mastery is becoming the person who does not recognize the version of themselves that escapes it. That is a different game entirely. So basically the first protocol of self-mastery is something I call the silent decision. And here is how it works. Most of people announce what they are going to do. They tell their friends, their family, their followers, I'm starting a new businesses, I'm getting in shape, I'm changing my life. And the moment they say it out loud, their brain registers it as a partially done. The dopamine hit from the announcements replaces the drive to actually execute. Self-mastery flips this. You make the decision in silence. You tell no one, you let the result speak. When I decided to build what I am building, this channel, so I did not post about it for months. I did not ask for validations, and I did not even tell the people closest to me. I just moved, and that silence it became power because nobody could talk me out of something they did not know existed. The silent decisions, that's the protocol. Protocol to emotional sovereignty. You know what that feeling when someone says something about you, a comment, a look, a subtle dismissal, and sit is on your chest for a house. Or when somebody goes wrong and your entire details, your mood collapse, your output drops to zero. That's not you being sensitive, that's you being controlled. Most people walk through the life as a puppet for their circumstances. Something good happens, they are up, something bad happens, they are down. They are a reaction machine. And self-mastery is the ability to observe a negative emotion at the same way you'd watch a cloud pass overhead. You see it, you name it, that's frustration, that's ego, that's fear. And then you let it pass without letting it drive to the bus. This is not a suppression. Suppression is pretending it does not exist. That is dangerous. Emotional sovereignty is a feeling it fully understanding where it came from and then choosing your response anyway. The person who masters this they become unshakable, not because nothing affects them, but because everything affects them, and they will still move forward. So protocol 3, this is the one nobody wants to hear. The boredom age. I talk about this in shorts recently, weaponized boredom, but I want to take you deeper. So do you ever notice how most of the time your best ideas come in the shower? You are not on your screen, you are not on your phone, you are not consuming anyone else's thoughts. You have time to actually sit in silence, and that silence, that weaponized boredom is where the best ideas come from. It is where you can actually tap within your institutions, and here is the part of most people miss. You don't need to think, you don't need to ask someone, you don't need to consult anyone. You already know what the right next step is. You already know what directions to move towards. The reason you cannot hear it is because you never give yourself silence long enough to listen. The average person picks up their phone 144 times a day. That's disruptions every 6.5 minutes. You cannot build self-mastery in 6 increments. It requires space. I schedule boredom, I put it on the calendar, no music walks, phone-free morning, silent work sprints. And the people around me think it is a strange until they see the output. So with that, I encourage you to do the same. No music was phone-free mornings, silence, work sprints. Try it for 1 week and watch what happens. Now let me tell you the cost of ignoring this. Self-mastery is not optional if you want to build something real. Because here is what happens without it. You start a project and you quit when motivation fades. You set a goal and you abandon it the moment it gets uncomfortable. You build relationships and you sabotage them because you never learn to regulate your own emotions. You chase money and when you get it, you feel empty because money does not fix a mind that is not sovereign. The 1% is not the income bracket, the 1% who actually change things, build religious shift cultures. They all are sell one thing. It is not talent, it is not luck, it is not connections. It is a self-mastery. They know who they are, they know what they want, and they know that no external circumstance has the authority to derail them. That is the baseline, and it is available to anyone willing to do the work. So here is your first move right now today. Step 1. Make one silent decision, something you have been talking about. Stop talking, just start, tell no one. Step 2. That next time you feel a negative emotion rise, pause, name it, say it out loud if you have to. This is anger, this is fear. Then watch what happens when you don't let it thrive. Step 3. Put 30 minutes of silence on your calendar tomorrow morning. No phone, no music, no input, just you and your thoughts. That's it. The 3 moves, that's entry point. Self-mastery is not a destination. It is not something you achieve and then you are done. It is a practice, a daily return to the version of yourself that is not controlled by impulses, not saved by opinion, and not afraid of silence. You will change the world. That is not a question. That is what is and always will be. But first you have to master the person who lives inside your own head, because the biggest obstacle to everything you want to build is not the economy, it is not the competition, it is not an algorithm. It is you, the version of you that still flinches, still doubts, still needs permissions. Master that version and nothing outside of you will ever hold power over you again. So with that, I will see you in the next one.